Tigers get settled, we'll just again remind everybody, please silence cell phones. I'll do the same. Our format will be, we'll take an opening statement from Coach Smith, and then we'll open it up to questions for Coach and the student athletes. Again, when we have microphones, please wait for a microphone, and please, as a courtesy to our guests at the table, please just introduce yourself before your question. With that, Coach, you have your thoughts on the game. Thanks.
Well, I certainly, we're really happy to get the win, but I've been impressed with South Florida the last few weeks. Certainly they came to Memphis and beat us pretty handily, and we had to hold on to get the win today. So Brian, Gregory, and staff have been doing a fantastic job. But I'm really proud of how our guys hung in here today, finished the game. Even though we lost the lead there, we still did the things to get the win. In this postseason play, anything can happen. You've got to really be focused, and I thought we were focused and did a good job to finish it.
Take questions now for Coach and the student athletes. You can raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. Right here in front, Mark.
Mark Giannotto, Commercial Appeal. Kevin, how motivated were you guys given the loss to them last week and kind of everything that's been going on around the program the past few days?
It was a tough loss, but we knew we couldn't hang our heads over it. So we just got after practice and pushed each other and made each other better. And we knew we had to come out here with intensity from the beginning because we play well once we get going from the beginning, get going early. And what really helped us out was our defense. The more deflections we got and the stops we got really helped us out on offense.
Working on some final adjustments with the post-game stats. I noticed there was an issue on the live stats, so they're working on getting the totals, so we'll have those shortly. We can go to Andrea.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN.com. For Tubby, there have been some reports about your future, but your agent came out today and said you've continued to have the support of the administration. Do you feel like you have that support moving forward?
Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable, pretty confident about what we've done this year and how we've and how we're growing the program and the type of young men that we're recruiting.
Other questions? Back to Mark.
Tubby, Mark down here. How tough have the past couple days been for you and your family? There's news that came out before the game about Gigi as well. How have you been dealing with everything that's been going on?
Well, it is part of our business. It's the profession we chose, and unfortunately, there you are hired to be fired usually, unless you're in some program that's just unbelievably, and you're getting you're doing everything right. But he did a good job up there as best he could, so I'm proud of him. Certainly, yeah, it's always tough when that happens, whether it's your family or friends or anybody in the business. No one ever want to see that happen, but it's part of the culture now. It's like something that's celebrated at the end of the season by a lot of people.
David, what do you think? It seemed like, was it home cooking? How would you describe what got into you there in the first half and why you were able to kind of break out like you did?
Definitely my teammates and my coaches. They really pushed me to play strong, compete, get after it. And even in practice, they do the same thing, push me so I can get stronger, play harder. So that's about it.
Back to Jeff.
Jeff Calkins from the Commercial Appeal. Kareem, you obviously know about the reports and rumors about your coach. How did you all put it out of your mind?
We really didn't think too much of it. That's not our business. We here to play basketball, so that's the only thing I gotta say.
Kareem, what happened late? You hit the big shot that kind of stemmed the tide a little bit, but what do you think you guys can take from what happened late in this one to the game tomorrow? What do you think you learned from what happened here?
I feel like we should execute a little bit more, get back to us running our plays, because I feel like we got out of that a little bit at the end. So pretty much we just got to keep ourselves confident and just keep running what was working through the whole game.
Kevin, do you feel like this team is capable of of making a run through this tournament? You've now won 6 of 7. Do you feel like you guys are clicking enough?
Yes, I think so. We're playing comfortable and we're playing smart. We just really got to stay focused and execute and keep working together and moving the ball and everything to take care of itself.
Over to the right.
Coach Smith, congratulations on the win today.
Thank you.
Steve Wilson with Space Coast Daily. What would you like to see your team do a little bit better tomorrow than they did not do today?
Well, we were, I thought our defensive intensity was right. We got off to a good start. We made shots. I thought our taking care of the basketball, like Kareem said, just executing, in clutch situations and taking, I thought we had a couple of questionable shots here, but that went back to just execution, especially in the late game. Make our free throws in the end, all those things, just finish. We just have to finish around the basket. I thought we had a couple chances to finish around the basket, and we didn't. So that's what we have to get better at.
Joey, over here.
Joey Knight, Tampa Bay Times. Coach, I was just wondering if you could speak to David Collins for them, number 11. He had 30 today. Just what kind of problems he posed for them?
Yeah, he's created a lot of problems. He's a talented freshman. Really is. He's going to be a star in this league. He's so physical and he's very deceptive. As far as he can fake like he's going off the screen, and he's a good ball handler. And you've got to, you got to honor his outside shooting. So he really gave us all kinds of problems trying to keep us in front of him. But I'm impressed with that young man. They've done a good job of developing him, and it helps. He's getting playing time. You're in a program where you've got an outstanding coach and coaching staff that's going to work. Brian Gregory is going to make sure he does the things he's supposed to do to be a good player, because he's developed a lot of outstanding players over the years.
Time for one or two more.
Bruce Howard, Tulsa Radio. Coach, what do you recall about the 2 Tulsa games, and what do you think of Tulsa in the matchup that you have tomorrow?
Hey, Bruce, how you doing, man? Those games, when you think back, I'll have to go back and watch film, but I know at our place we really, we played well, shot the ball well, but they made the run in the second half. We would get it close, but I was very impressed with how they controlled the tempo, and then their matchup zone gave us problems, especially late game. And Frank, eighth, with that matchup zone, they create a lot of problems for us. We did some things the first time we played against them that was new, but they made the adjustments in the second game, and that's one of the reasons they were able to beat us.
Final question for Coach of the players? Memphis, thank you.
Thank you.